watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Hello and welcome to GHS-TV's award-winning talk show, Crosstalk. I'm Calvin Nicholson. We got a new look with a new set and new microphones. It's going to be a great show. So let's talk about you. What's going on in your life, whether it's at home or at school. Every show, we will break down a topic that affects you with our experts. Then we will bring in our peers to get their take on the issue. Our first topic of the season is cell phone bans. Just this year, LA, the second largest school district in the country, rolled out a cell phone ban, and there are statewide bans in Florida, Indiana, Ohio, and Virginia. Here in the Mid-South, Marshall County and Mississippi just enacted a cell phone ban, as did Warren County. So will it work? With me today are my two experts. For the classroom perspective, we have GHS geometry teacher, Elizabeth Locke. And for the district's take, we have Cherie Jones, Ignite School Network 2 leader for MSCS. So let's talk. We're going to start with you, Ms. Jones. Straight out, is MSCS looking into any cell phone bans?
No, not at the moment. But MSCS is reviewing policy right now. And according to policy, it's actually policy 6024. We are not to have cell phones seen or heard in schools. They should be put away at all times. They should be off. They should not be used whatsoever.
That's good to know. At least we know there's no cell phone bans yet. Ms. Locke, as someone who's in the classroom every day, what is your experience with students and their cell phones?
I think it's beneficial sometimes because it helps you, we don't have to worry about technology. They don't have to have their laptops. But kids are not able to do two things at once. They want to play on their phones and pay attention to me when they want. And I struggle with kids not being able to put it down. I don't think they realize how often they look at it.
Ms. Locke, how, as a person that's been teaching for quite some time now, how has the usage of cell phones increased over the years?
Oh, it's gotten way worse through the years. At the beginning, when I first started teaching, kids weren't as addicted as they are now. I think social media has made it worse. I think social media has kids I think they're more addicted to it, like I said, than they realize. I don't think they realize how often they're looking at the phones. They're convinced that they need the music to pay attention, and they're convinced that they need to be able to answer that text right away. And they don't understand that they're taken away from their education while they're responding to that text.
Ms. Jones, why do you think other districts have enacted a cell phone ban?
There are so many reasons. As Ms. Locke said, it's a distraction. Sometimes it's a safety issue. There are those who look at phones and they see something they don't like regarding another student. And there have been instances where students have called in a friend or a relative to actually come and harm the person that they don't like. So it's a huge safety issue, or it can be. It can be a huge distraction. There are students who use it for bullying, and there are also students who use it for simply cheating. Mm-hmm. So it's understandable why other districts would want to ban cell phones.
We're getting into addictions and let's go to cyberbullying. Mm-hmm. You said about addictions and you said about harmful and cyberbullying. My question to you, to both of you guys, do you think that a cell phone ban will decrease cyberbullying?
Not necessarily. It may decrease it, and it might decrease the distractions during the school day, but it happens. The students are going to simply leave school and pick that phone right up and start where they left off with the bullying, and a lot of times students end up bringing that to school. However, I do believe it helps in school to not allow students to have access to phones, because at least instruction can take place without the distraction without a student checking the phone and being reactive to whatever is said on the phone.
Understandable, Miss Locke.
I think that it would help with cyberbullying as far as when things happen, a fight breaks out. Everybody immediately pulls their phone out. They start recording, and the whole school has it immediately. That would be, we would get rid of that. The whole school wouldn't know everything that's happening at every moment.
Yes, ma'am. So now pushing forward, we're talking about addictions. Do you think that maybe because it takes 21 days to create a habit? So do you think out of that 8 hours of our day, pushing cell phone bans and not having cell phones at school, do you think it would create a healthy habit?
I think it could. I think it could help kids realize they don't have to have it. I think students, again, go back to my whole career. At the beginning of my career, students were able to sit and have a conversation with each other. Now, if they have free time in class, they all just pull their phones out and they're no longer conversating amongst each other. So I think, since COVID, we had a lot of people feel like their worlds got a lot smaller, and it's not going to change if we all just stay in that mindset of I'm on my phone by myself. I think taking the phone away could promote some positivity.
True.
That's understandable, very understandable. Miss Locke, Miss Jones, thank you for providing this insight on this national hot topic and being the guest on this first season of my show. Thank you, guys. It's truly been a pleasure.
Thank you.
We've heard our experts' point of view. Up next, we will bring in our peer panel to get their opinion.
You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
I'm your moderator, Brandon Sewell, coming to you live from the campus of Germantown High School.
So GHS-TV tries to model a real working station.
I really thought it was cool when I first started studio and all the opportunities that it was able to provide for me.
That would be 36 out of 36.
It's a rigorous class that demands a lot from students.
At times you are going to be thrown into the fire to where you're just going to have to figure it out yourself.
Which is really great because then we gain more knowledge. Our teachers will give us how to start, but then we're left to make up the whole entire process.
It just seems to me it's not enough space in the beginning. If it's not, let's figure out what we can do.
They can be a producer, they can be a director, they can work graphics and learn audio. They can go out and shoot field reports.
Akila, back to you.
And it's a challenge to throw them into the environment and say, here's a camera, go out and record this interview and some B-roll. But those are the challenges that grow students to do bigger projects.
Welcome to Red Devil Newsbeat.
In GHS-TV, we have a variety of shows. We have Crosstalk.
Hello and welcome to a new season of GHS-TV's award-winning talk show, Crosstalk.
We have Insider, which is all about Germantown.
Welcome to GHS Insider, the show that's all about the G.
Cut to One and Q Talent.
Wake up, Germantown. It's Wednesday, April 5th. I'm Colin Ewing.
Some things that I've learned from this class is that how to work as a team.
We learn how to communicate better with people.
Something I'll take with me from in the future is their slogan, check, double check, and check again.
There's so many different things you can do here. I would say take risks. Push yourself further than you think you can go, and we will help guide you there.
Go Red Devils!
For more information about the Kappa program, visit ghskappa.com or call 755-7775.
We are back with our Crosstalk peer panel. We have familiar faces you've probably seen around campus. Keith McWright and Jaya Mills. Thank you both for joining me. Cell phone bans. You both heard what I've heard. So let's get down to the bottom of it. Ban or no ban? So I want to recall back, Miss Jones, me and Miss Jones and Miss Locke, we talked about, we're going to go to cyberbullying. We talked about cyberbullying and how it affects whether a ban would help us. What's your take on it, Keith?
Well, I feel with the cyberbullying, in that case, it would kind of help because in the sense, having your phone all day, even during the 8 hours that we are in school, it could really mess up a student, in learning. You know, they'll think too much of what are they saying about me or things of that nature, and it will, you know, they won't really get any criteria or any learning done.
Jaya?
I agree, because you know how when we be recording, well, not me specifically, but when we like, as students record, it be reaching other schools, and then like, say for instance, this person, they really not that good at what they just got beat up, and then that next school, they gonna be dragging them, they gonna drag the topic on like just bashing them personally.
So I see now on the table, everybody has their phone out. Everyone has a phone, and they always. You guys, do you ever go somewhere without them?
No.
No.
So
it's very important.
Your phone is glued to your side 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yes. Emergencies, absolutely.
Because Keith, I've seen you with your iPad, and even then, it was glued to you.
Alternatives.
Anything technology.
So
Absolutely.
I have a question. Do you think this is becoming an addiction?
Maybe. Like, some people, they just act like the world revolves around their phone. Like, they can't just put it down or explore, like, more outside of technology. Where I feel as if, like, I've noticed it. And so I try not to be so much on my phone. But it's like an addiction that we have to break.
Absolutely. I actually second with Jaya. A lot of us don't realize it. It can become an addiction, but you know, when you realize it, it's easy just put the phone down and go outside and touch some grass, you know?
So to both of you, every Sunday I get basically like how much I've been on my phone. This Sunday I tried to back down. This Sunday I got 19 hours of just straight screen time. So I've been trying to Linda, if you got this same report, what do you think yours would be?
I feel, you know, I don't be on my phone like that. I be on my iPad. So if you talk about my phone, probably like about 10 hours, I say, give or take.
10 hours, crazy. I don't be on my phone as much because I do hair outside of school. So when I do be braiding, that takes up a couple hours, which takes away the screen time that I do have. But other than that, I do be scrolling on TikTok, not gonna lie.
Yes.
So you both were in Miss Locke's class.
Yes.
You're currently in there, and you were in there as well, me being a student as well. How was cell phone usage in the classroom for your perspective?
Well, we use cell phones a lot, you know, even because last year it was a long time for us to get our laptops. So in the meantime, she let us use our iPads or our cell phones or any device in order to do our assignments. So she did, you know, she really, she stretched, you know, just use it for the assignments, but when you're done, you can use it for free time. But, you know, get your assignments done, and then you can have the free time.
Jaya?
Definitely. Currently being in her class, we don't have computers since it is the beginning of the school year. So we do be like on big ideas, having to pull up Clever and all that. And then mostly I feel like with the technology situation, the phones could be useful, but then like when we doing our assignments, like it's math. Like math, you're gonna have to learn math. You can't just, I mean, it's a habit to just look up or just go put it in Google or whatever. But like on your test, she's going to know. Miss Locke is going to know. Miss Locke is a great teacher, so I feel as if we should take her class serious, even if she do give us the opportunity to use it.
So now, as students, you both are student leaders. Mm-hmm. Do you think ban or no ban?
Overall, I feel there are more benefits than downsides, so I'm with no ban.
I agree. I mean, I'm kind of stuck, but if I had to choose a side, I would definitely say not ban.
So what do you think administrators and teachers can do to maybe not have to go that ban route, and the district officials can do not to have to go that ban route to keep students more engaged and less on their phones?
Maybe extra school curricular activities. Like students, they're so used to being on TikTok and Instagram and taking pictures. Like I feel as if we had like, we do, but if we had like more, you know, that gathered the crowd and get their attention, we would definitely have less iPhones, or not iPhones, but like less technology usage if they would just, you know, grab their attention.
Absolutely. Like if we give students things to anticipate on. Like, Friday night games, they always, be excited, like, oh, who's gonna win? This
Especially
coming up
game.
Friday night, like, just having like topics or things that can be in the student's mind other than what's on TikTok, what's the next video that's gonna pop up on my view page.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Jaya. Thank you for joining me and being the first peer panel on our show today. Well, this certainly has been a lively topic for our first show. Thank you to Keith and Jaya for giving their opinions on the topic. And we thank our experts, Elizabeth Locke and Cherie Jones, for their insightful conversation. Please make sure teachers and students to hit that like and share button and turn that bell on so you'll know the next time we're live. For more information on our program, please check us out on the web at GHS-TV.org, where we're streaming 24 hours a day. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Calvin Nicholson, and from all of us here at GHS-TV, thank you for watching Crosstalk, and we'll see you next time.